So, for today's lesson, you would need paper and pencil, counters like coins, paper clips, or cereal so you can work with math with us.
Now that you have your materials, let's get ready to learn. Below, you see a picture of a pet store. We're going to be using this picture to help solve problems today. Take a moment and think about, what do you notice and what do you wonder? There is a lot to notice in this picture, but today what we're going to focus on are the dogs in the pet store. I'm going to read a story to you, and I want you to think about the three questions that are above on the top of the page because we're going to start making sense of the problem. There were 5 spotted dogs in the pet store. 3 black dogs joined them. How many dogs are in the pet store? What is this problem about? If you said dog, you are right. This problem is about the dogs in the pet store. I will read this problem to you one more time. And the question we are going to answer is, what are we trying to find out? There were 5 spotted dogs in the pet store. 3 black dogs came into the pet store. How many dogs are in the pet store now? What are you trying to find out? If you said how many dogs are in the pet store, you are right. We are trying to find out how many dogs are in the pet store now. The last question we're going to ask you is, what information is important? I will read the question one more time. 5 spotted dogs were in the pet store. 3 black dogs came in the pet store. How many dogs are in the pet store now? What information is important? If you said that there are 5 spotted dogs and 3 black dogs, you are correct. The next thing that we're going to do together is solve and support your thinking. Please take this time to use your paper and pencil encounters to determine the answer to the problem. How many dogs are in the pet store? We will come back in 1 minute to discuss a strategy. Now that you have had a moment to use the materials and paper and pencil to determine how many dogs are in the pet store, we are going to go into the math apps to determine the total number of dogs we see. In number frames, you can use a 10 frame to solve this problem. I'm going to read this problem one more time and we're going to solve it together. There were 5 spotted dogs in the pet store. 3 black dogs came in the pet store. How many dogs are in the pet store now? So there were 5 spotted dogs in the pet store. 3 black dogs came into the pet store. How many dogs are in the pet store now? As you can see, we have 5 spotted dogs. We added 3 black dogs that joined them for a total of 8 dogs. So our equation is 5 plus 3 equals 8 dogs. Now let's think about this question. How many dogs will there be if one more comes into the store? How do you know? Let's go back to our work. Remember, there were 8 dogs that we determined were in the pet store. We're going to solve this problem using our number pieces by including one more dog in the pet store. If we added one more to the 8 dogs, we will get 9 dogs total, because 8 plus 1 equals 9. Great work and great thinking.